Then podcast. Sorry, this mic is new to me. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys can hear me and we're all good. Hopefully somebody jump on here and I can ask to make sure they can hear me. Because I was really debating if I should record today, just a recording. Okay. Producer said I'm fine. She can hear me. So, all right. So let's get into it. Um, I did put on there like I had some questions, like for people to ask me questions and I answer. Um, but I didn't get much questions, so not answering questions today. But I do have some stuff to talk about. Okay. Just some. I'm like, why is my nails black like that? Oh, I know why. It's the brown stew. I was cooking and I was seasoning the brown stew and it made my nails like that. Okay. So, first, let's talk about I just came back from Rome. And so I wanted to show y'all one of the wines I have from Rome. This is some Chardonnay. I literally just opened it. That is from Rome. I bought this in Rome. Beautiful Roma. Um, it's a product of Italy. I bought it when I was down there. I haven't really tried it yet. Um, I wanted to like put some like frozen fruit in there, but then I said, let's not do that. I want to try it naturally without anything in it so I can see what it actually tastes like, right? Hmm. Believe it or not, it tastes different than like Chardonnay I buy here. I know that sounds weird, but it does. Usually Chardonnay is like extremely dry. It's actually very subtle. Hmm. I actually like it. Mm. One more sips because I don't like uneven numbers. Okay. So I have some stuff to talk about today. First, Rome was wonderful. Um, it was nice. I We stopped in Iceland first. It was nice there too. It was a little uncomfortable for me there, just a tad bit uncomfortable for me there. I spoke about that on my last podcast. Rome was nice. They're a little mean. If like you don't understand what they're saying and you don't speak their language, you're not too like accommodating to that. Except my Airbnb guy was awesome and my our chef was amazing. Like our chef made great food and he was wonderful. And it was so wonderful to see how he made like the pasta like from scratch, like the sauce. Like he actually took the because I had pesto pasta and he actually took the leaves and like blended up the leaves. It was awesome. Anyway, I think I talked about that on my last podcast a little bit. So just wanted to jump on that for those who missed that and did not hear that. Go ahead and watch it, and you'll hear the discussion of us talking about our trip to Rome and Iceland, Rome, and London. Okay. All right. So this is what I want to talk about today. So this morning I got up and I went to church. I have a testimony for y'all. I got up this morning. I went to church. When I got dressed, I had this necklace, like a choker, but the choker has like a big blue kind of crystally. It's a costume jewelry thing like on it, but it's pretty with silver around it. So I went to church and the pastor is preaching and he's preaching about like crystals. Like it's like God is trust and not crystal. Don't trust crystals. Like don't put your reliance in crystals. So he's preaching about that and I have this big thing around my neck, right? It's not a crystal by the way. It's a costume jewelry. And so he's preaching about that. Now, perception is everything. So, people that's in the church, while he's preaching, he's like, yeah, don't wear it around, don't worship it around, I don't care if you have it around your neck or he's talking these things, right? So I just want to testify for a moment. You're gonna get the witness. I mean the point of this. So he's talking and he's preaching, right, to the congregation. And so I turned to my daughter, I'm like, I hope these people don't think that like I'm a crystal worshiper or something like that because I have this necklace on. So then my daughter's like, well, they think what they think. So I'm like, yeah, that's true. Then I start explaining to her, like, at the end of the day, for crystals, I'm laughing because the testimony is coming. For crystals to work, you have to put life in them, meaning that you have to take your energy and place it within it. You have to actually believe in the crystal that it will work, right? As with anything else, even in your belief in Christ and God, you have to have faith in it, in Him. You have to believe in Him for Him to work in you and for you to see what He's doing, right? You have to give life to things for them to be birthed, right? All right, hold on to what I just said. So I'm talking to my daughter and I'm explaining that to her. So she's like, well, I don't know. So I'm like, yes. And I know I'm not giving life to this thing. I just put this on this morning and it has no purpose for me. It's been sitting in my jewelry box for how long? Like, I just decided to wear it because my dress was blue. And so I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not giving life to it. So the preacher's preaching and I'm testifying, yes, that's true. Like, I'm not caring about anybody because I decided that I'm not going to let the devil make me I have no reason to feel conviction. So I'm like, I'm not going to let the devil make me feel some type of way because people in here don't know my heart. So I just focus on what the pastor's saying in agreement with him. Yes, that's so true because I agree with all those things he was saying. Why? While he's talking, he turns around and he repeats the same thing that I just told my daughter. He turns around up there and he says, yeah, for these things to work, you have to give life to them. You have to put life in them. You have to actually believe it. Then he talks about uh, um, a test that somebody did that had 10 people. They gave 5 people real crystals that supposedly do miracles or whatever. People were saying that the crystals were something, and he gave it to 5 people. Then he gave the other 5 people costume crystals, like plastic things, right? And all 10 people said the crystals work for them. All of them believed that the crystals were working, even the ones with the fake ones, which I already understand that's all psychology. That's logics, right? Because if a person believes something strong enough in their mind, it will become reality for them. And so that's what a lot of people don't understand, that it's okay. It's one thing to say, I know something exists. It's another thing to say, I believe in it. And it's another thing to have faith in it, right? It's 3 different things. Because the first one can be around you all the time. Yeah, I know it exists because it's there. You can see it. It's going to be around you. Now, are you going to put energy in it? Right? Are you going to feed it? I'm getting there. So that happens. And I turned to my daughter and I said, see, that's the same thing I was just telling you. So I'm like, okay, what is this message for, Jesus? Like, I know at one point, like, I was very, like, I'm still earthy. I'm still earthy. I'm still planty. I'm still, spiritually me. But I just don't touch that crystal stuff. Like, I used to have amethyst and all of that crystals that I would be like, when I pray, I would have them around me, right? I don't have that anymore. I don't do that. I stopped that years ago. Because you learn that, hey, this is not something you should be touching with, connecting it with God is not the same, right? So that stopped for me years ago. So when he's preaching, I'm like, yes, that's so true. But everybody finds God and direction at different times, right? So even though, yes, I found it and I know it, it might be somebody in there that don't know it, that haven't found it. It might be that other people are in there, see the costume jewelry and say, oh, you should take that off then. And I'm like, for what? I don't believe in it. I'm not giving it life. This is not something that has power for me. I'm not giving it power and it has no power. So it's not an actual, it's not a crystal. It's a piece of custom jewelry that's like less than $10. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me keep going. Let me keep going because I'm gonna show you what God purpose was. Ha! Because that made me cry today. In a joyous way, I cried. So um that happened. And so later on, I come home and I'm like, oh, let me hurry up and get home because I have to go to my friend's event. My friend was having like a event at like a atmosphere thing place. I didn't know what the place was. I just thought it was like she was a vendor somewhere and they're doing she's selling paintings or she because she paints. You know her, Susan. Like she came on here before and did art therapy. She does art therapy stuff. So I just thought it was simply that. Didn't think it was nothing more. They had yoga, different stuff there. So I'm like, okay, come with me. We're gonna go. So I come home, I hurry up and get dressed, and I get there. And when I get there, it's a bunch of people there with crystals. Hold on. People there with crystals, people there that does tarot reading, all of this stuff, right? Most of the stuff you would think is like witchcrafty, right? People would say. But it's just a bunch of different stuff there, right? Right? But they're talking positive energy. That's what they're claiming it to be, right? Which they have their right to believe what they want. It's not for me or nobody to judge. Um so it's a nice environment, right? They're like positivity, good energy, but they're doing tarot, they have tarot readers and different vendors there. These are the vendors that they have there. They had a drummer there. The drummer guy, he was more Christian. I'm gonna get there in a second. I'm gonna go back to him in a second. Anyway, handed out some of my business cards, my shea butter. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. And went to do the yoga thing. Came back from the yoga thing before I went to the yoga thing. Hold on, let me pause. So while I'm there, I'm standing there. I see my friend. I hug her. Like, oh, when is your art therapy? Because her session is like at 1 o'clock or something. That we're supposed to do art things, and that's what I paid the money to go do with her, right, to support her. And so we're there, and it's all good, right? And my spirit hits me with the connection. Said, ain't this funny? As soon as I hugged her, afterwards, I stand back and I'm walking around the vendors and I see the vendors that's there. Not outside of my friend. Remember, I only went to support her painting thing. All the other things I didn't know was going to be there. But God, God went before me. He knew it was going to be there. So what he did was, when I went to church, he prepared me for what I was about to walk into. So sometimes when you get hold on, I had to pause. Because my spirit just gave me goosebumps. Sometimes when God talks to you and you get confirmation on something, you don't recognize the confirmation until the two connects, then you see the confirmation. But while the situation is in process, you don't notice it. So when that was happening in the beginning, I'm like, okay, is this what is this? Because I know I have this thing on my neck. So it's something he's saying to me, but I know I don't do that. So what is he saying to me? Anyway, I left it alone, came home. When I got there, I said, oh God, you are great. Jesus, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I got so filled with joy. I got so tears of happiness. I went into that yoga class, and while I was doing yoga, I was praying. She was saying, um, say your intentions, claim your intentions on yourself. I was just praying, saying, Our Father, the Lord is my shepherd. I was just saying, God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for your gratefulness. Like, that's all I was doing the whole yoga. Just breathing in and out, talking to him. And I started crying. Tears rolled out my eyes. And that lady probably thought, oh, like something connected with her while she's crying. Yeah, Jesus. Because I saw what he was trying to show me. When I went to church, the purpose why I went there was for him to tell me, hey, you're going to go around these things. Don't, my child, do not get misled when you go there. Don't get misled in the comfort and occupy yourself with any of the things outside of your friend thing that's there. Don't give life to none of it. So he was talking to me. Oh God. Because he went there before me. And so he didn't want the devil to set me up. So he told me before I got there, when you go there, my child, there's going to be people with crystals. And I know where you came from and where you are now. So I want you to know there's going to be people there. Don't feed life into any of it. Stay at the table where you went for. When I was done, sorry. When I was done with meditation, I came down. I mean, with yoga, and I came back down. Um, the drummer was playing, and I had saw the drummer guy, and I had gave him my card for my shea butter. And the music he was singing and playing, he was talking about Jesus. He said, God gives you life. God, Jesus is the reason for everything. Like he was just glorifying the Lord. And I was sitting there while he was beating those drums. And when he said, who wants to come beat the drums with me? I said, I will, for the Lord. You're talking about Jesus. You're playing for Jesus. I will participate in that. I didn't touch anything else there. Didn't participate in nothing. Just dealt with my friend thing and the drums. Because he was talking about God. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking none of those people and what they believe. Because it's not my place to judge anybody. And it's not nobody place to judge another person. Because everybody finds the Lord at different times in their life. And the Lord chooses when to find them. It's not for you to go turn over tables. It's not for you to flip tables and cuss people for what they think and believe. You're not Jesus. That's his job. He will send messages, and he will send when he needs you to do something, he will tell you. The same way you believe in God and you give power and life and faith into your Lord Jesus Christ, as I do, that's the same way they give energy into what they believe that makes them feel peaceful. It's not taking them in a negative way, but it makes them feel peaceful. That's not our place to judge their peace and their light. God didn't bill us to judge them. He said that was his job. So I'm not judging. I'm not knocking. I knew where I was and where I came from. And I'm just speaking on how the Lord Jesus spoke to me today and showed me that he loves me and he cares about my walk. Because I've been asking him, God, I just want to make sure you're pleased in me. I just want to make sure that I'm walking righteously with you. I want you to tell me if it's well done. I want you to tell me what I need to do better outside of what I know. The Holy Spirit and Comforter you left with me told me to do better on. And so you have to be able to know him, to see when he's talking to you, to know that he's with you, to know that he went ahead of you and did things before you got there. Nobody can tell me he isn't real. Not just because of today, there's many things I always say I can testify on that he has done for me. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about today because I knew that was going to make me extremely emotional because I get real antsy and excited and emotional in a good way when I talk about Jesus. Okay. So wanted to address that first. All right. Let me turn this. Oh God, hope I don't break it because I want to sit back a little bit. So the next thing I want to talk about is I talked a little bit about it and I want to like dive into it a little bit more. Hold on. Let's hope I don't show boobs on here or nothing. I just want to sit myself properly. Whew. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is, I'm not used to this. And producer went upstairs and I don't want this to drop on me. So, okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is um I want to talk about a little thing I touched on the other day, which is flesh and spirit. I talked about this on my um what is it? On my TikTok. Telling you. I'm telling you, I need to do better with the social media stuff. So I talked a little bit about this on my TikTok, saying that um there's a difference, right? We are two things in one, right? We are flesh and spirit, right? The spirit is the internal being. The flesh is the outer being that came from the earth. And so that's why we yearn for things of the earth, of the world, because we were formed from it, right? So um the flesh is always going to want to see things, want it because it's earthly, right? But your spirit is going to yearn the spiritual things because it's heavenly. And so God, Jesus, when he died, he left us a comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, which is the internal being that's within us. And the spirit existed before that, right? But it was never within us. Let me explain to you. So, when you come to this world, right? When you came into this world, you came out with flesh, right? You were inside, you were formulated. But when you were formulated, you came through spirit. When you come out, you're then flesh, right? And so your spirit gave the flesh life. Bear with me. And so that's why when a person dies, when they first die, they look, you still see the flesh. But if you go back a couple years and check burial ground, you see nothing but bones because the flesh then goes back to the earth, right? Because that's where it came from. And then the spirit leaves, that stays, goes to heaven or elsewhere. But the spirit is what kept the flesh alive. That's my thought process. So when people are arguing and they're like white, black, pink, yellow, orange, I don't know, whatever, right? And they're arguing with people from their outer perspective, which is the flesh, that we all came from dirt. They need to understand that it's not this flesh that you're arguing. You're arguing with the flesh because that's what your earthly eyes see, right? Your earthly eyes is seeing the worldly things because you came from that. That's all it can see, which is the flesh. But the spirit within you will see and pick up on the energy, and the spirit within that person is what give off the energy and let you know what you're really dealing with. And so if you start to come to comprehension that I'm arguing with this person, but am I arguing with them or am I arguing with the spirit? And based on where they are here, which is the spirit, is whether you can compromise with them or not. Now, some people might be too far gone and you cannot try to negotiate and talk with them about certain things. Those you go and you pray about and you leave God to handle them. And then there's certain people that's just seeking, but they don't know how to tell you that they're seeking. So they come off aggressively. So if you know how to handle them properly, they'll listen. You don't want someone to listen just to conform to what you're saying, but you want them to listen to understand. In having a conversation with somebody, you want them to hear you to understand, not to accept what you're saying. Get what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk a little bit about that secondly. That's my second thing that I wanted to touch on because I think the issue is with a lot of people is that nobody is listening to each other. They're too busy talking to make each other confirm what they're saying or come into agreement with them and not understand what they're saying. See, a person have to first understand to agree or disagree. And some people disagree. Some people agree with things that they do not understand just because of the flesh and being led by the flesh and not the spirit. So it's important for you to search yourself before you go trying to search other people. Make sure you're comfortable with searching yourself and knowing your flaws and knowing that, okay, you know what? I'm open to hearing you. Just because I hear you and I listen and I understand you, don't mean that I have to follow what you believe or think, right? But be honest with yourself. And a lot of us is led by flesh and not spirit. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think every day, no, not I think. For me, I'm going to change what I was about to say. For me, I'm gonna make it personal. For me, every day I get up, I pray, and when I pray, whatever I pray, I ask God, I ask Him, I said, Jesus, please Every day, remove more of the flesh, more of me, fleshly, less of me, fleshly, and more of you, spiritually. That's what I ask for. Take away my flesh, dear Jesus, and leave more of the spirit so I can walk and be more in your light. That's all I want. You can't ask for nothing more. Right? So, um, yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that secondly. And then my last topic, so I don't keep y'all here for hours and hours and hours. You know that song? So the last thing I want to touch on is, hold on, let me sip a little bit of my little Italian wine. Oh my god. Hold on before I jump on that. Do y'all see my snake plant? Look at these long it has flourished so much. Look, you have no idea how much. I wish I can pick it up. You guys remember I repotted this plant, right? Ooh, I'm gonna pick it up so y'all can see. Remember, I did a podcast and I repotted this plant. Ooh, look at it. Oh, that limb is a little broken, but look at it. From I repotted it, it sprouted new things right here. That's new. This one over here. Oh, you can't see. Can you see it? My finger touching it. That's new. It sprouted so much new. This is new one right here. So much. I am like so excited about it. Like it grew so much. Um, yes. Oh, and I just now see this other new one right here. Yes, it sprouted so much. And I was looking at my runners back here, and you can't see. Oh, let me pick this one up. This is just one piece. Look how long this is. Oh, hold on. I can put it up here. It's so long. Do you see? Look, all the way back there to up here. Look, and it's like multiple. That one right there actually is running from up there all the way down on the floor. And so is this one. I had to wind it. This one is down here and it runs all the way up there. Look at it running all over. I love it. I love runners. I call them runners. Like in our country, in Jamaica, we call them runners. Well, that's what my mom taught me to call them. I love runners. They um they're supposed to show prosperity. Like while you're like flourishing, like if you're about to excel, they flow, they run, flow. And then when they pause, that means you're at a pause, right? That's what they say. I don't know. At the end of the day, God has my say. Jesus has my say. But he speak through you through things as well in people. So anyway, um, yes. Let me get to my third topic. I just wanted to talk about my plants a little bit because I love my little plants. I'm a plant person. I'm a plant girl. I love me some plants. I have plants in my fish tank. And by the way, my fishes are still alive, guys. All five of them. All five of them still alive. And I don't know, when my cousin passed away, I got this moorfish, a black one, and it's still in there. And I'm so happy about that. Yeah, like when she passed away, I came back and I was like, I'm gonna get me a moorfish. More. I don't know. That's what my spirit led me to do. But the tank is always getting so cloudy all the time. I'm like, I'm so sick of this cloudy tank situation. um, I need to figure. I think I need to because I have too much fishes in there. So I think I'm gonna take because I bought a second filter. I think, and I took the other one off. I think I'm gonna put both the filter on there so it can keep it like clean with two filters on there, right? Like, cause it's still cloudy. I just clean it like it's cloudy again. I think I feed them too much, maybe, and the food and all. And I think it's this particular the pebble food. I feel like it make my tank dirty fast. Anyway, There I go. I got distracted again. Um, so my third topic, as I said, if you got any advice on my fish tank, go ahead and comment. Let me know. um, but my third thing I wanted to talk about was um, I'm gonna do a Father's Day podcast, and it will be in June, and will be fathers and they're associating with the father, right? How they live their life through following how they live their life as a father and following the father, like the connectivity in their life of being a father with the with their kids and the father, like how do they connect those together. So yeah, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be away. And I want to like do a podcast with a bunch of fathers and see what they're saying. I'm just going to take my top part of my mic so I can walk around and talk to people when I do it. Because, I can't take this whole thing with me. So I'm definitely going to do that. And I wanted to let y'all know that I'm going to be doing that on Father's Day. I don't know if you watch my podcast, go back and look at my Mother's Day podcast, how I did it, that I was like interviewing all these mothers, just random people I was walking up to, interviewing them on Mother's Day, and have asked them questions and they answered. And so I'm going to do the same thing for Father's Day. Um, yeah, when I'm away, I'm gonna definitely do that. So that won't be live. I will be doing that as a recording, and then putting that in, putting a video in like I did for my Mother's Day one. Go watch the Mother's Day one, and then you'll see how it would be. Okay, so wanted to tell y'all that, keep y'all updated on that. Second, lastly, on top of that, I am really pushing my business hard body. Okay. Um, my intention is to push it and pray about it, that God is gonna let it excel and I can eventually open my business and my store and be an entrepreneur. Okay. I truly feel like that's what God wants me to do. He has showed me many, many signs telling me to do it. And I've been scared. And fear is not of God. So I had to get that out my system. And so I am going to really be pushing that, pushing my business. Because I know I can do it. I very much have the business mind for it. I very much know how to do it. I've helped other people flourish their business, working for companies, helping them flourish their business. I need to do it for myself. And God has showed me that I need to. So I'm really going to be pushing that. So if you know anybody that wants shea butter, and my shea butter is whipped, okay? There's videos in here on it. It's whipped. It's different scents. It's all natural, no chemicals, okay? All natural product, no chemicals within it at all. And it's whipped, so it's soft, okay? I'm going to be making 100 samples and like giving them out, okay? um I'm really going to be pushing. So if you know anybody, if any of you want to keep your skin moisturized, get rid of the Bath and Body Works. That is not good for your skin and not good for your body. Sorry, Bath and Body, it's not good for you. Okay, it's not. So all I use on my skin is my product. Okay, that's it. That's all I use. And I am not young, but I look it though. um, I've been told that many times, like even today. Like the girl's like, "What? I didn't even know you had kids. What? I thought this girl was your friend. No, it's my daughter. 20 something years old, both my kids. Okay. Um, yes, and it rejuvenates my face. Half the time I look like I got makeup on, and I have no makeup on whatsoever. Okay, just my shea butter on my skin. My skin looks shiny right now. Look at that. Look at that. All of that. You see the glow? Just my shea butter. So go ahead, hit me up on here if you want the link to my website and stuff like that. You can also go on my Instagram, TikTok. all on there. But I do have a website. You can go on there and purchase. You can go on there too. You'll see testimonial from my customers. They're not fake. I didn't make up those testimonies. I can back them. Okay. Babies can use them too because I've sold to mothers with babies that have eczema, and I have testimonials from that too. I have so many customers that give me testimony on how good the product is. So please support, buy black. Okay, let's start supporting each other so that we can grow. The half the things that these companies are selling us are not good for our skin, and it's not helping us. So know what's in what you use, and my products are natural, and you will see the ingredients on there. What's on there is what's in it, and that's all that it is. All natural, no chemicals. I don't put nothing in there to make it last or make it stay longer, nothing extra. Anything in there is natural and good for your skin and help keep you moisturized. And by the way, your skin stay like this all day. All day. Does not dry out, does not go away. The only time the shea butter comes off is when you go take a shower, some hot water, you wash it off. Other than that, it's not getting dry and it's not going away. That's a fact. I can stand on that. Okay? So go ahead and hit me up. Okay. I'll even send you a sample if you just want one of the samples. I'll send you if you're not too far. But if you're far and I have to mail the sample too far, you might have to pay for that shipping for that sample. So, and the sample's really small, so it don't make sense to even do that. But go ahead and hit me up. So you can purchase, a bottle, a container. They're 8 ounces and they're pretty awesome. And I've shown it before. Maybe I should get my daughter to bring one down. I'm going to yell her name right now, okay? So please bear with me. Charisma, can you bring us down on the live? One of the shea butter, the container in the room. This is my personal one, by the way. So you can see the container, what it looks like. And this is my personal one, so you can see it. It is used clearly because I use it. And that's my cotton candy one that I use when I'm going out. And then tonight, what's on me now is lemongrass because I'm about to go to bed. So I only use the lemongrass because it helps me go to sleep. It's very therapeutic. Lemongrass is good for like sleeping. You going outside. Lemongrass is good for like mosquito repellent as well. She's trying to hide from the camera. Okay, this bottle is horrible, but it usually has like this. Look at this logo; it's horrible, but it usually this. Oh no, this is pomegranate. So it usually has like that the ingredients on the back. I had this bottle for a long time. But the bottle's still good. And then as you can see, pretty much done, right? Because my daughter used it and I use it. This is all we use in our family, okay? And as you can see, it's whipped. Hold on, let me get a bigger chunk so y'all can see because I'm sitting. See? Whipped. See that? See that? Whipped. Look at that. A little bit goes a long way. This right here you don't even want to use that on your face. This is enough for like your arms. Like I can rub this on my arm. It's already oily, but it's even too much for my arm. Look, you see that shot? You see what just happens? I'm sorry, guys. You see what just happens? So yeah. So it's really good. And it works amazingly. And see, look, I still got more. And look how much it just shined up my arm. Can you see that? So yes, I'm gonna wipe it back in here because yeah. Sorry about that. Oliver and his noisy self. Y'all know Oliver. Don't stand there looking at me, making all that noise. Kept his ass out of camera. As soon as my son come in here, he make all that noise. He don't know how to be quiet when that boy is his lifeline. You hear me? Like, look at him standing here looking at me like, let me out. He home. He a trip. Um, but anyway, support. Please support. I'm really trying to push my business, and I have soaps as well, and I have hair butter. Okay. So go ahead and check my website out. Check it out. Okay. Get some views on there. Get some views on my website. Like, I'm going to actually add my website in the bio for here so you can click on it and check my website out and check my product out. Okay. If you even watched it to this far to see that I'm talking about my product. All right. So don't forget, stay grounded, guys. I love you all. And I hope my testimony today helped somebody, because you got to pay attention to things that's happening when God is talking to you so you can get the message, okay, for what he's trying to show you. Whatever he shows you sometimes is not for the moment that you're being shown it, it's for later. um it's just prophesizing, and prophecy is never immediate. Sometimes it's for later on. So make sure you're paying attention, right? If you believe, make sure you're paying attention when he talk, so that you can connect the dots when he shows you. Okay. So you stay in line and don't have to fall in line. All right, so I thank y'all. Hope y'all keep watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. And hit that notification button so you can see when I go live. And don't forget to follow. Share. It is free. Okay, I tell people that all the time. It is free. It is free to like, subscribe, and follow. It costs you nothing. Like, it costs nothing. Like, we don't have to be crab in the barrel mentality. We all can survive, okay? If we just support each other. Because it would just be a cycle. And stop pushing our support in places that don't need to be, supporting things you don't need to be supporting. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow, okay? I love y'all and I thank y'all. All my subscribers that's already subscribed, all my followers that's already following me. And again, I'm going to do in June, I'm going to do another in July. I'm going to do another 100 samples, except I'm not going to be promoting them promotional wise. I'm going to be giving them to my subscribers. I told y'all before to let me know so I can send y'all samples, but nobody did it. I be serious when I say that. Like, I'm not playing. Like, I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all subscribing and watching my channel and like supporting me. Really, it means a lot. So I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers, all 100 and something. Last I checked. So thank you guys, all my followers, all my subscribers, all my customers that purchase from me, and my loyal customers that keep coming back, keep coming back. I thank y'all. Um, God bless you, and may He be with you always. I love y'all, and don't forget to stay grounded.